Yo, we're back with another one. Hello, everybody. It is the end of the week in terms of the last podcast I released. It was 6 days ago, I think. So, here with another one. Not much to say on the 24 side of things, but there are some important things to talk about, specifically about 2K, because that's what we do around here. First off, I do want to say thank you for the 100 plays. I got a notification telling me that my show has hit 100 plays, and obviously it's thanks to you guys for downloading, streaming, playing, however it is that you watch or listen to the show. Humble beginnings, but technically it's not a beginning, it's a refresher, right? A lot of you who are here are from the Reddit talk days. Shout out to Swervo, I think, in the Spotify comments, always leaving supportive comments, who admittedly was from the Reddit talk days as a spectator in those talks, which were great, but Reddit disbanded the feature. So that's why now we do this for reals. Uh, and I think I like it better this way anyway. So, thank you once again. And now let's talk about the One Up partnership. And you're probably like, what the hell? What do you mean, the One Up partnership? Well, I'll show you and we'll read it together. So, NBA 2K and One Up partnered on non pro esports tournaments as a new way to engage gamers. So, a lot of you know that 2K players love to do wagers and set tournaments with money on the line and whatnot. And well, this is another opportunity. It's a honestly, I feel like it's getting underplayed at how big this could be for 2K financially, of course, but also for players financially and just the fun aspect of things, involving money and making tournaments like this an easier thing to occur. Um, the tournaments can be created by real life NBA players or teams, brands, and others. Right after the new edition of the game launches, 2K24, September 8, 1UP and 2K will sponsor a series of tournaments featuring NBA stars. 1UP said it will leverage NBA 2K's in game promotions and social media to drive awareness and engagement. Look, esports, we know esports is massive, and this is just helping putting 2K in that esports category a bit more. Of course, there's a 2K league, but that's for professionals of the 2K league. Um, there's a lot of teams, a lot of clans, if you want to call clans. There's a lot of pro am teams that are going to be so happy about this that they're going to be able to compete and not exactly be in the league, but still have a competition and be able to get money for it. The NBA partners with NBA 2K on an esports circuit that features players sponsored by most of the league's 30 teams. So not every player from every league, but most of the league's 30 teams. One Up's one-on-one tournament has a bigger potential, Thing said. It's a little more accessible. It's also been ingrained in our game for years. We think it's going to be a significant addressable audience because that's how people like to play. And that is correct. Look, one up they're kind of small when you go and look at their like social media and whatnot, but this partnership is huge in my opinion. And by the way, when I say sing, I meant Ronnie. It's just the article Forbes kept calling him, Sing said and Sing this, and should just call him Ronnie. But out of respect, I understand. So you guys are probably wondering, oh, I wonder what NBA stars are going to be. Well, one such player is eight-time NBA All-Star Paul George, who sponsors esports teams for several fighting games and has a prominent social media presence. Ronnie said players such as George, who play for the Clippers, obviously, can use OneUp to organize their own tournaments for their followers with sponsors and prizes that might include things like meeting the star in person, for example. So, in my opinion, this makes it seem like you're going to be seeing all kinds of tournaments pop up for 2K24. I feel like there's going to be a lot of sweats going around. 2K24 is going to be probably one of the most competitive 2Ks we've had in a while, just based on this. Honestly, TJ McCollum is also going to get involved, so that's going to be cool. And then there's all sorts of content creators that I'm sure will also get involved, and people with money will be involved in creating the tournaments uh, for the amateur players, basically, right? Um, Yeah, so that's really cool, and that's good news for 2K24 in my opinion. I have nothing bad to say about it. I would need to see how it's implemented and if there's any sort of snakery that goes on. Um, but I think it should be mostly a positive, and I'm actually really excited to look forward to that stuff. Trying to see if there's anything else I could tell you guys about this that might be interesting. So here's some more stuff that Ronnie said, I guess. For us as an entertainment entity, the more touch points we can have with our audience is super, super important. There are a lot of ways to do that. There are. The game already has a virtual open world called The City, Ronnie said, where players can move around, try side quests, and play different combinations of team size ups to 5-on-5. Now, hopefully, the side quests and all of that gets a little toned down, and the basketball stuff gets, goes up. And this sounds like something that will do that because we're talking about basketball tournaments, right? There's not gonna be like a fashion show tournament with 2K, right? Like we're not gonna be on a runway again. Anyway, let's close that. Let's close that. So another thing I want to bring up is a tweet from LD2K, aka Chris Manning. Content creators and streamers, I want to check out your 2K content as we prepare for next season of 2K TV. The other producers and myself are always watching community content, but I want creators to drop links to their channels, pages here so we don't miss you. So, what does this mean? LD is basically saying, drop down your stuff if you want to be maybe on 2K TV. Maybe you get featured, maybe they want to talk to you because you have some cool stuff on there and you're standing out. And this is just a small thing that I wanted to share with you guys because you might be interested. So, head on over to uh, LD2K's Twitter and, be respectful. Don't just post stuff for posting it for attention. But post it and maybe say a little bit if you can, like say what you're doing on there and why you stand out, why you should be featured, why you should be on 2K TV. Um, and basically just put yourself out there as a community member and look, a lot of people get featured on 2K TV, so don't think that it won't happen to you. Even if you have 100 followers or subscribers, whatever it is, depending on YouTube or Twitch. Even if you just have a few, even if you're just starting out, but you already have something going and you really feel strongly about it, give it a chance. You never know. So I wanted to share that with you guys because obviously a lot of people are trying to make it. I'm trying to make it, not on 2K TV necessarily, but I'm trying to. If I could do all of this for a living with the content creations and the podcasts, oh man, that would be fantastic. So I know how it feels, and I'm just trying to share opportunities to get everybody going. So that is that. And there's another LD tweet that I do want to bring up as well. And it's a very important tweet. Because look, we're in August now, right? We are in August, and you guys know once August comes around, I've already said this before, boy, oh boy, is it gonna get hectic? Is it gonna get hectic for us moderators on Reddit, on Discord, the community in general, all the leaks, all the fake information coming out, all the misinfo. This is another tweet I wanted to bring up from LD. So it's a yearly reminder, basically, that he's been doing since 2020. Um, Feedback goes to NBA 2K. Support issues go to 2K support. Because every year there's a lot of people that they don't pay attention or they don't care. They just want their solutions right now and they're very angry and they just lash out at everything that has a 2K in it, even though that's not going to help anybody. And myself, as a moderator for 6, 7 years now in communities with thousands and thousands of people, I understand their frustration from both sides. But you have to understand that the best way for moderators or support to help you is for you to help them make it easier for them to help you. Does that make sense? If you complicate things by, maybe you're going to DM LD asking him for support messages when he's the host producer at 2K TV, that's not going to help you. It's not going to help him to help you either because that's not his position, right? And with that said, what that tweet said, I did bring up something in my own page that I tweeted out because it was very important that I mention this. Think of us, okay, on 2K and the My Team subreddits, because look, and I will try to show you guys the numbers when it gets closer to release, like September and whatnot. You guys will not believe the millions of views and like hundreds of thousands of unique uh impressions that we get on those subreddits and how many posts get posted, between August and September and even going into October and then again around Christmas time, when the game goes on sale and new kids come with their consoles and the game. It gets insane. And we do have a team, but the team, I might need to bring in some new people. So if you're interested, talk to me. We'll have to do some interviewing. But this is all to say, just we're all humans, and us on Reddit, us moderators, we're volunteers. Okay, we're doing this out of the goodness of our hearts because we want the community to thrive. So it's important that don't talk to us as if we made the game. And even if there were devs, that's probably not a good way to talk to them. Just some of the ways that I see you guys talk. Oh boy. And I guess to close out here, because this is like the calm before the storm. I got a feeling next week's podcast will probably be a bit more filled with information. There's a few things here and there that I could have talked about, but they're mostly rumors and it's misinformation being spread around, and I really despise that. I have certain content creators muted or blocked because of just the clickbaitiness, the lies. It's too much. I really despise it. I don't like it because I don't think it's helpful to the community, because if we fall into the clickbaitiness and the severe lies and their false information, if we fall into that, then we're spending time trying to decipher what's real and what's not rather than just sharing what we know is real and what isn't. And I don't want to bring you guys into that. Um, so I'm not even going to mention anything that I don't know for sure. I'm not going to mention to you guys. That's just a rule of thumb. Unless it's something that's fun or like interesting, then I'll bring it up. Most rumors I'm not going to bring it up. But to end this on a fun note, I've been seeing, this might not be fun for everybody. I have been seeing some people say that 2K14 is better looking than 2K24 based on, the few first looks we've gotten where here's one of Booker, and then you have one here of Wemby in the black Spurs jersey, and you have one here of Wemby in the white Spurs jersey. And, well, my first thought was, think of all the people that have been working on NBA 2K every year. They have to create new stuff. Think of all the people that have been working, the designers, the devs, and 10 years, maybe they've been with the team a long time, and they have to see that now there's a portion of Twitter in the last few days that has literally been going through 2K14 and posting comparison pictures where they say that the game is better. And specifically, I'm talking about a post from Delby's 2K. It is simply about realistic details in the elements on the court. In this image, we can detail the physics of the shirt, the edge of the ball is shiny, the quality of the textures in the uniform. NBA 2K14 is simply realistic in representing the game materials. So people took that, and it's they've been rampant. It's been ramping up on Twitter with people saying, "Oh my God, you're correct. You are right. This is amazing. But what's happened with 2K?" And, well, so the jerseys being all baggy and stuff, that has to do more with the era of the game. If current era jerseys were still baggy, I am sure 2K would implement the baggy shirts, right? The edge of the ball is shiny. Well, look, I I don't know the name of every technological and graphical advancement 2K has made in 10 years, but I know that there are things that they've done throughout the years that maybe they had to tone back down on something else to make something that they feel is more important to the game. Does that make sense? So maybe the shininess on the ball created a conflict with something else, because game development is like that. You fix one thing, you break 10 others, or you get my point. And I can't I can't take seriously people that completely believe that a game from 10 years ago is better looking than a game that's going to release, today in 2023, but it's 2024, 2K 2024. Look, there's a nostalgia element to it, I'm sure. Maybe we can say the bright lights are uh the lighting of the game maybe is better. If we want to actually nitpick the little things, we can say that. But look, the game is not played in still images, right? And I have asked this many years ago. I do wish 2K had like a photo mode, um, kind of like, Spider-Man and Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War. They all have like a photo mode, a screenshot mode. I do wish 2K had something like that. Doesn't have to be as intricate. It could be simple. Obviously, by simple, I guess most of us use the replay option, and then we take screenshots from that. Uh, Look, it's a weird um conversation, right? That Twitter world is having lately. And here's another one. 2K14 reveals the low quality of graphics and concept art on the new console. So this is a 2023 game, and 2K14 comparison. And well, see, there's things with the jerseys, there's things with the body that are just, I mean, what is this? This looks like a thigh. What is that? Anyway, there are things that you can say, maybe you can say, like the face obviously has a lot more uh the complexion is more, if it looks a bit more intricate in 2K14 than it does in 2K23. And the lighting, of course, the lighting in 2K24 has been fixed. That was an issue that we've had actually for a couple of years. I remember us talking about the lighting on the jerseys being too light, but I mean, that's about it, man. It, he doesn't even have armpits in the top one. If we want to talk about, a game in still images, and just in case you haven't, uh, seen, uh, there are also 2K24 Kobe Bryant pictures of in-game pictures, and I will show you one of them now. Okay, so that you can compare with 2K14s or 2K23s, right? And then you tell me how how are we still talking about, you know, a game from 10 years ago, right? So 23 had lighting issues. We can see most of the issues are lighting issues. And that's been fixed. That's been fixed. The year later, a year after, that's been fixed, okay? I think the lighting issues have been going on for maybe 2 years through 3 years, which in a yearly released game, and you're going to have an issue that might go into the next year. That's just how it is. You guys got to understand. I'm not going to say you guys need to know everything about game development, but a yearly release game that releases every single year, that is tough, man. That is tough for everybody involved. That is tough. And look, if the gameplay is solid and the issue is the lighting, like I've always been of the belief gameplay over graphics. Um and I'm like that with anything. I do love graphics. I love games like The Last of Us, Red Dead Redemption, but those games also have really amazing gameplay. And if it had to be between one or the other, I would always go for gameplay. This is a 2K24 image. You can see the lighting's fixed, the jerseys are great, face scan's great, everything great. Okay, we're done. We're done. I don't want to see people saying the game has fell off. 2K14 was the best looking 2K we had. I don't We need to stop with that. We need to stop with that. That is disrespectful to everybody that's been working for the last 10 years, every year releasing something. Um we need to we need to stop. Like, look, the jerseys had a physical thing on them because it was the era. It was the era we were in. It was the era we were in. But we cannot say that the game looks the same 10 years ago as it does or it looks better 10 years ago than today. Come on, guys. We can do better than that. Anyway, I think that's it for this one. Um do keep an eye out on things coming this week still. There's going to be a lot of goodies coming this month. I am so excited to talk about everything. I will be creating my YouTube shorts, I will be creating my YouTube videos, and I will be doing the podcasts. Still looking for reliable guests. If you want to come on in and talk about something that interests you in the 2K world, let me know. Thank you for listening. See you guys on the next one.